Hey, welcome back to the couch.
Yeah, so very special video here. This is, well, we've had this idea for a while now that we wanted to talk about the HHGREGG speedruns.
Yeah, so let's kind of talk about what HHGREGG is. So HHGREGG was like a grocery store, and there's a fan-made game called HHGREGG Quest for Coupons. As you can see, like what was that, like 11, 12 windows you had open?
Yeah, no, I want to just like, we came upon this game of just like a whim.
Yeah, one day we were just scrolling random silly games, and we played one which we may play on the channel later.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
We also discovered this one called HHGREGG's Quest for Coupons, and we like immediately fell in love with this game. We started making speedrun routes. We found a time it was actually played at GDQ. Which is crazy, and it helped us discover some new stuff, and it kind of helped us discover things that weren't like made yet, and we found them.
Yeah.
We found them.
No, we optimized the crap out of this game, like new glitches, new strats. I mean, if you're just looking at the screen, like they used to just get okay. So the game, there's 18 coupons to get to the very end of the game, which you talk to this light bulb on top of a mountain. This game is a trip. Like, if you've never seen it, you're in for a treat.
Yeah.
So, original runs of this game were about 9 minutes, give or take. You got every single coupon in the game, which some of them are kind of rough. You have to collect like 100 coins to get one of the coupons at the shop. But through just like pure trial and error, new strats, new, I guess, exploits?
Yeah, we found a couple new glitches that were never used in previous runs. So this game kind of gives off Mario 64 vibes, right?
I mean, yeah.
So
I guess.
You play as a character. You have kind of a almost similar moveset. You're going after, these collectibles. There's 18 of them. And there is like a race that's literally just a Koopa the Quick race.
Yeah, the Super Mario 64, like what's the word? The influence like very much shines through. Like, you've got long jumps, you've got your high jumps.
Yeah, and by that we mean this game influenced Super Mario 64.
Oh yeah, no. Shigeru Miyamoto actually was a big fan of HHGREGG. He actually, I talked to him one time, and he said, "Hello, I'm Miyamoto. I love HHGREGG."
Yeah, he said that. I was HHGREGG, and I heard that. Okay, but on a serious note, this is a game that we became very passionate about very quickly. And we spent multiple days, sometimes like multiple days in a row on a phone call, labbing stuff out for this game. Like, yeah, I kid you not.
We unironically probably put a solid 20 to 50 hours into labbing this game.
I know you did. I know I at least put like my fair share of like 25 hours in, but I know you grinded this game.
I cannot take all the credit, man. Honest to God, you were the beating heart behind this run. Yeah,
I found a couple things that genuinely do shave like a couple seconds to even like minutes off this run. And, Grayson will talk about the kind of glitches he found, and I'll talk about the kind of glitches I found, and how we came together for a crazy run. So
yeah, we truly like bent this game over and reeled it from behind.
Yeah, dude. So this was Grayson's first like any percent record that we uploaded.
Yeah, and I just want to state, like, I destroyed man, we gotta pull up speedrun.com, but I think the record at the time was like 9 minutes to 9 minutes 30 seconds.
Yeah,
this was like a minute and a half worth of time saved just from like this one really cool exploit where you could open multiple windows, and the way your coupons are stored, it doesn't like reset in between windows. So a big strat you're gonna see in this first one is just having multiple windows open so you can re-grab the same coupon over and over.
Yeah,
and we'll talk about it more as we get into it.
So let's kind of start off here. So this is the start of HHGREGG. Yeah, we'll full screen it here. So as you see in this top left window, this is the first window that we're using.
Yeah, so the movement, this was like the very start of the journey. We did a little bit of labbing before this. tutorial was a big, like, time save, honestly. Because a lot of the tutorial... Yeah, so here's the cool part. You have to hit continue on every single window. This lost so much time.
Yeah.
Which we optimized the crap out of it later.
I remember doing runs of this when you showed me this strat, and honestly, it was confusing me. Sometimes I was missing windows.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, I didn't do it exactly correct, and this was just not consistent.
Yeah, not a run for the faint of heart, honestly.
Yeah. So as you see here, we're using the long jump to kind of cover a lot of ground quickly. And then we're going to come here and do kind of like a crouch jump for Mario 2. You hold the crouch button, you can get up.
Yeah,
and then
that tree drum, that tree drum, it was rough at the start. Yeah, you'll see immediately. We grabbed one ticket on top of this, because this is the fastest ticket you can grab.
You're the fastest coupon.
I keep saying ticket. Yeah, fastest coupon. Yeah, this tree drum. Why can I speak? This tree drum, it killed several runs before this, I feel like.
Yeah, it definitely did. It killed plenty of my runs. So these guys up here can be a little difficult to manage. There is a little trick where you can long jump onto them, and it gives you just enough height to clear that little lip right there. But it can be very difficult, and like we said before, not consistent. We were just trying to find consistent ways to, get these coupons, since we were literally repeating the same thing like 11, 12 times over.
Yeah, and again, that tree jump is way, way harder than it looks. It's very easy to just walk off the tree, and, I mean, you lose a solid second or two.
Yeah.
I don't know if I missed any of them in this run, but I have, like, an entire folder full of runs of me just missing them and instantly restarting.
Yeah. Well, so the thing kind of about this game, or at least this run, a single second or second or two kind of mess up, if you hit that in every single one of these runs right here, so basically, let's say 2 seconds multiplied by 12, that's 24 seconds that you lose. 24 seconds in a run like this does cover a lot.
Yeah.
Like, 24 seconds is the difference between, like, doing 11 of these windows and doing 12 of these windows, essentially.
Yep.
So it is a very, very big difference. And we kind of try to save time wherever we can. You kind of notice as he does this run, he started trying to avoid the little light bulbs there, but then eventually he stopped avoiding them because your health goes back to 100 every window. So you can afford to take the hit, you don't take any knockback, it doesn't cancel your jump or anything.
Yeah, another like really deceiving thing is long jumps are kind of wonky. It's very common to hold shift and jump, and instead of doing a long jump, you just do like a crouch jump. It's happened a couple times on the roof. If you watch really carefully, I bet I do it here too.
Yeah, I remember doing runs
just
right
like
that.
there. Yeah.
I remember doing runs myself, and that being a constant issue. It was
I almost missed the coupon right.
Yeah, that was kind of fun.
I got it though. I clutched it out.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, no, it was just kind of this mindless, mind-numbing same thing over and over. And as you see, we do kind of evolve this strat. We do not completely ditch this strat of multiple windows. But we move on from it.
What, like 3?
Yeah, so I actually found the route for this. I was a big help in routing.
Absolutely crazy. I'm like, there's a whole Google Doc now of like the best route.
So not only did I create a Google Doc to post in the official HHGREGG Quest for Coupons game to help out with some routing, but I spent multiple hours working on different routes. We found some that we tested and tried, and turned out they didn't work out too well, and then we kind of branched off from them until we found something that was so solid. Not only was it consistent, but it wasn't very difficult. So the thing with the routes is the first couple will usually stay about the same, since they're the fastest, of course. But you kind of have to diverge from the last one, because to consider the run done, you have to talk to a specific NPC at the top of a mountain. So it's kind of like we had to route the final route around that, if that makes sense. And I'll be able to show that later in the final run. We're showing 2 runs today. This is the first run that Grayson decided to post.
Yeah,
and then
this
we're gonna
was
show
like
the
first
one.
like true breakthrough, aside from just starting the game, grinding out all 18.
Yeah.
And also, this is just like, was a very infant run. Like, my movement wasn't super clean. And also, there's not even a live split for this one.
Yeah, didn't even have a live split yet.
Yeah, this was just time, which I wasn't crazy serious about it yet. Like, at this point, I was just like, this is just a fun speed run.
Yeah. You'll notice right there that when he did that crouch jump, if we want to come back here and take a look-see, you'll notice that crouch jump right there, he hits this light bulb and gets a big boost off it. That is something that is used later in runs. That's actually, I mapped out for a couple different spots that are big on time saves. They can be difficult to pull off, and it kind of depends on the AI sometimes. It is not consistent.
Yeah, and like another really interesting thing is there's still a lot of time saved to be had, even in like the newest runs. I think my best of splits was like 5 minutes, 5 seconds.
Yeah, I remember running a lot of your first split, and I think I actually did the first split faster, but I could never get a full run that was faster.
Yeah, no, by the time we got to like some of the crazier strats, it was honestly hard to just get a full run.
Yeah, getting a full run can become difficult when not only you're managing this movement, the strange AI, but multiple windows. You have to have everything set up correctly, and remembering that while you're trying to do a full run like this can be difficult, and it happened. I lost dozens.
So many runs. I lost so many runs just not hitting continue on windows. Like, honestly, on this one, I left one open. It's been a minute since I've seen this run, so I don't know if I actually ended up grabbing it. Let's see, did I close that one? Okay, so I guess I just had an extra open.
Yeah. So, I believe that death at the end was actually on purpose, because you can get to this bridge a little faster. And then we're going to head over here. So, the reason we head over here is because after you collect 18 coupons, you need to go to the top of the mountain and talk to an NPC. Well, we didn't really have a route for it just yet. And this is actually not the fastest way to get up the mountain, but it is the mostly intended way.
Yeah, and honestly, we didn't even... So there's a really easy to do tech where you hold print screen and just shift jump and you go ridiculously high for like no reason.
Yeah.
We didn't even know how to do it yet.
No,
like, this was like very baby. We're kind of testing the waters runs. Like, we found some cool stuff. Oh, here's what you found.
And this is a glitch that I found. So when you wall jump, it makes you face the opposite direction, as most do. Well, in this game, if you bounce off a spring and then go to do a wall jump, it will not change your direction. Oh, and I guess that's where the video is. Anyways,
no, here,
go back. Here, go back to the end of the run. Oh, I want to show off that, yeah, I want to show off that little wall jump tech. So like I was saying, yeah, as you see here, wall jumps, they make you automatically go to the opposite direction. That's not us pushing any direction. But when you hit a spring and you start wall jumping, it does not automatically change your direction, and you can mass jump, and it'll automatically take you up. So as you see, we take that last coupon right there, since it's just in line with the route, and you go and talk to the light bulb, and that's the game.
Yep.
So now we're gonna move on to the fastest run. You see, there's a over 2 minute time decrease.
Yeah, actually, what's the first run? No, it's more than 2 minutes. It's like almost 2 minutes 30 seconds,
which is crazy.
Yeah, and this is like just such a starkly different run.
Yep.
No more like schizophrenics. What is it like? 17 or no, it's not 17. 16 small windows.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, much cleaner tutorial.
Yeah, look at this tutorial. So we take this a lot cleaner. We do take it a little safer.
Yeah,
but
I did go. There's a like really easy way to get that. I think 11-second tutorial is really good.
Yeah, that is pretty good. I think the fastest I ever hit was a really high 9. Yep. That's the fastest.
Here's the first like
hit.
Big new tech.
Yeah,
is that super jump.
So as you see here, this route, I mostly put together this route, and I honestly am pretty proud of it. There's been a couple improvements since then, but this is what we kind of consider like the pinnacle run. Like, this is what everything led up to.
Yeah, And, like, don't let the looks deceive you. Those 2 jumps right there, jumping from the island to the island, are really scary jumps.
Yeah, they are scary jumps.
And there's a very small optimization where you jump off the roof, grab the coupon, and land on the lower roof, but that's really hard.
Yeah, that one's also pretty difficult. So this part right here, we jump on a spring a little early, and then we do really precise jumps to get to this coupon right here.
Yeah, that window right there is evil. It is the most jank hitbox
Yeah,
ever.
it killed dozens of our runs. And then you come here to the spring. You're going to climb up the wall like we did before. And then this route is mostly the same here. You're going to collect this coupon. And then you immediately... Is this where you... No, I take that back.
This is where you fall off. Yeah.
This is where you run over here and you fall off into another coupon.
Like another... It's really hard to angle it. Oh, you can angle it?
Yeah, just like that.
A little bit of time loss not falling directly on the coupon. You can land directly on it. It's just, like, really hard to position.
Yeah, it can be pretty hard. So, like I said, I did develop this route. And it's pretty good.
Last
pretty
ticket
efficient.
of the first run right there. Behind the trees.
Yep. So that gets us, what was that, our first 5, I believe? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was our first 6.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was our first 6 right there.
Yep. And then we're using the same window strat here. You can grab 6 in the first one. They all come back. I missed the roof tech there. Yeah, that lower ledge is where you want to land. It's not a huge time loss.
Yeah,
but definitely,
crazy.
Like, at this point, that's a scary jump right there.
That is a very scary
jump. You
jump.
got to get right next to the edge or you'll miss it. Another print screen jump.
So, you want to explain exactly what the print screen jump is?
It's super jank. It's really funny. So, this game was definitely like a passion project. Basically, you can hold print screen and do the crouch jump, and you just go really... Oh, did you see the window right there?
Yeah.
I kinda janked off of it. Yeah, luckily I didn't catch it. That hitbox is super
Yeah, no.
cool.
Like I say, killed so many of our runs. Now, if you kind of look here, there are small optimizations we can make, mostly with our positioning and our spacing for certain things. So, for example, coming off of that ledge, you could land on the spring, and that would be faster. But it also means you could potentially fall off. And stuff like that we kind of try to avoid, mostly going for consistency over, risky plays that might gain us an extra second, but also might kill a very good run.
Yeah, and honestly, one of these days, I'm going to come back and optimize this a lot more. There are definitely a lot of, like, it's not big optimizations, it's a lot of really small optimizations that are, here's the first, like, switch up.
Yes. So, go ahead.
So the first 2 windows, you do basically the same strat. Jump on the house, get the coupon up there. Oh, wait. That is sharing up the Koopa the Quick music.
I told you. Yeah, it's the Koopa the Quick music from that. That jump right there, that? Super scary jump.
Yeah, that jump is like legitimately.
So really the thing about this race is you get a lot of leeway if you take the faster routes, and as you just saw right there, we skipped an entire chunk going through that route. So because of the extra time, we're able to go and collect 2 coupons before he's actually back, and you were just barely able to reach it and get that 3rd coupon. So you still beat him in the race, but you can use that extra time to get an extra coupon.
Yeah, there might be a really good optimization here. You do just kind of have to wait for him.
Yeah,
I don't know if there's room to squeeze another ticket in there, but if the tech gets really good, that might be like a really good like choke point to grab another ticket.
Yeah, kind of looking at it and how much time you have remaining, I could maybe see something like if you do it fast enough, the one on top of the house.
Yeah.
That could be a potential one, and I wouldn't be surprised if that one became possible. But other than that, there's not really too many options.
You know what?
Alright.
If you got the one on top of the house, and could you just skip the race entirely? Would it be faster? Man, it's been a minute. I'm trying to think.
I think it would only be better if you could somehow start the race. I wonder if you could... You think print screen is high enough to get onto the house from base level, from the ground? If you got a good print screen jump.
I don't think it is. But yeah, this is the end of this run. 5:27.94.
Yeah, and it's just crazy when you look at some of the stuff we do.
Yeah. I mean, Yeah, there's definitely a lot of like, yeah, I did put it in here. Humanly possible is 507.
Yeah, and I mean, that leaves the window open for something like sub 5, and I think sub 5 would be a great achievement for both of us.
Yeah, I think truly sub 5 is probably the limits, unless we find some... no, there's one thing I've been legitimately thinking about. I'll tell you about that later.
Yeah, we're still kind of looking into different routes, and I mean, if you guys see anything that would be helpful, please go ahead, like, tell us, comment it. And I mean, this is free to download. Just look up HHGREGG Quest for coupons, you'll find it.
And honestly, join the Discord too. There's a lot of really nice people there.
Yeah, no, I'll be honest, like, they're awesome, but it's getting a little dead. It's getting smaller by the day, and the speed run for it has basically gone silent. Like, we're the only two keeping this thing alive right now.
I mean, hey man, in the silence, that's where all the good stuff is.
Yeah, exactly. So, thank you for joining us on the couch.
Yeah.
We're probably going to work more on runs and possibly upload some here. Grayson does run a little more than me, but I would love to start running this game again. It was absolutely amazing.
It is such a fun game. Even if you're not running it legitimately, just like a silly, goofy Unity game, it's so much fun.
It really is. Well, thank you for joining us on the couch. This was a lot of fun, just kind of taking a trip down memory lane, talking about stuff we found.
I'm HHGREGG in it.
Yo, be able to HHGREGG it. Alrighty, we'll see ya.
See ya.
Bye-bye.